Welcome to jobskillshare.org, place where you can learn IT skills and also practice IT skills. Today I want to talk about a very important topic, and the topic is the regular mindset versus an IT pro mindset. How do you think like an IT professional is something that I want to talk about today. And it's in terms of because you're brand new and you're trying to learn skills. Of course, my focus is going to be on learning more because that's what we do. So I'm going to place this video under our playlist. If you go to JobSkillShare YouTube channel, JobSkillShare community, click on playlist, then click on this playlist where it says IT support, job readiness, and career knowledge. You're going to learn a lot from this playlist. In the beginning, you have too many questions. Why are people putting experiences on job description? What are the differences between titles? What are the difference between different environments like MSPs, nonprofits, different type of corporations? And then, of course, what am I going to do at this work? So this is something that you're really going to learn from this playlist. In this video, I will talk about two different type of mindsets. Now, this article is for everyone. I will share the link with you. You should really go over this article. Of course, I'm not sponsored by this site or anything like that. It's just a good article with good graphics. So I'm going to use this article specifically for the way our members learn things and they become an IT professionals. So I think this is going to be really beneficial for someone who's new to IT or would like to become an IT professionals, because you really need to work on that mindset for anything you do in your life. You have to have a mindset for that. Whether you're going for a workout, whether you're going for a new job, whether you're trying to do something in your family, you got to create that mindset for that specific thing that you're trying to achieve or a goal you're trying to achieve. So here we're talking about an IT career. So let's just talk about that. Let's talk about the fixed mindset first. You know, in fixed mindset, what happens as an IT professional when you start this career, you're basically in this stage where you come with a normal mindset, right? You're coming from a normal user experience. So when you're trying to learn things in IT, a lot of time I hear that from people: I'm stressed, I'm doing this, so I'm stressed. I'm doing this, so I'm stressed. It's because it's stressful because I'm doing this, it's not working, or something like that. Now remember, if it was the same thing given to this IT professional, because they know how systems work, they know the reality behind these systems, they are not perfect. There are going to be issues. If a computer is starting or an application is having an issues, or let's say thousands of people are accessing a site at one time, this IT person have a lot more knowledge. So by default or by nature, this mindset changes from the way this mindset works. So you see, it changed because this IT mindset have been through different type of experiences. So you may say that, well, Danish, I don't have the experience, so how would I change my mindset from a normal mindset to an IT mindset, because I don't have experience? Now, this is the reason you're watching different type of professionals on YouTube, different type of courses. You're taking our courses as a skill building courses, because that's what we teach a lot in this area. We don't just teach technical things. In our technical videos, we talk a lot about where do you really need to change things the way you think. So this is where a normal mindset, people who are trying to get into IT, you have to get out of that comfort zone that you were in as a normal user. Remember that when you're learning IT skills and you want to be like this person, then you need to accept certain things that is going to be there and no one can change that. We can try our best to say that, okay, we're going to teach you how to become an IT professional. So we work like this. We do A, B, C, D. And then this is a ticket that looks like this. And then, of course, we give you the labs. So we kind of go very close to this person. But there's absolutely no way for anyone without real job to give you the exact mindset or the exact experience. So the only thing you can do is to start thinking like this person and start accepting, or this idea that I'm sharing with you is to start focusing it more on it. So then you don't become like one of us who actually started working, then we were like this, then after some stressful time we found out that, okay, I need to change my mindset. I'm not a normal user anymore. I am actually supporting a normal user who are going to be my clients, my staff members, or whoever they are, my business people, whatever they are. Yeah, I'm going to be supporting them. So I need to change from this person and I need to start thinking like this person. And the only way that's possible is when you start accepting it in your mind, right? And that's where this growth mindset and fixed mindset can help you. Start thinking like a growth mindset person. If you put that idea in your head right now, trust me, your learning will be easier, your future goals will become easier, everything will become easier. Why? Because you started smartly. You didn't start like me, who went out and dropped into so many potholes, and now I feel like, I got injured a lot, so then I can share this information with you. But you don't have to injure yourself. You could be smart. You could find new places and new potholes to help somebody else. That's all I'm saying, is to find new things in this career. Technology is too broad for someone to teach you A, B, C, D and exact ways. You don't have to follow the exact ways. You can learn smartly and find your own ways. So what I'm saying right here is that if you're in a fixed mindset, you will try to avoid challenges. You will become very angry very quickly. You will look at something in technology, you're trying to learn something, and if something is not working properly in the labs, or maybe some guidance outside on YouTube or Google, you'll just become very angry because you are still thinking like a user. If you were thinking like a normal IT professional, you would say, okay, that's a failure. Okay, that's my failure. Why am I getting angry? Why am I getting stressed on this? Because can I do this with a normal user when I'm working with them? You have to immediately put a user in front of you. Can you actually do that in front of a user? Would you get angry, or would you say something in return, or would you say some comments where you're talking to yourself? You're like, man, blah, blah, blah. Why does this happen? Bleep, bleep, bleep. Why does this happen? You cannot say that in front of a user. So that's where, when I talk about an IT mindset, I know I'm going to take that and I'm just going to convert it into, okay, how can I fix it now? Efforts will be required. A lot of people I know, when they start IT in the beginning, usually when they see something like a documentation or a lab to follow or a course to follow, a lot of people skip through it very quickly. Now, that's not an effort, right? It's an effort, but it's actually something that you want quick way. In IT, if you're learning skills, I'm not talking about getting a job, I'm not talking about passing an interview. I'm actually learning about skills. Skills can take time, and skills can take efforts. So if you're not going to be mentally ready to sit down, open the document, watch it step by step, then follow it in your labs, home lab, practice lab, whatever we give you, or your home lab, then of course you're going to have trouble. You're basically not doing what the growth mindset will do, or a normal IT professional will do. You're trying to avoid challenges, and then you will give up easily, which is something you will have to fix, because without this, you really can't learn anything advanced skills. A lot of people come to me and say, hey, I'm stuck in help desk. And then I ask them a question. Did you went outside of your comfort zone? Did you accept new challenges? Did you learn new technology? Did you try it? What did you do? A lot of people don't do that. And that's the reason they are stuck in a job where they want to move up. Now, I can understand if somebody is really happy in their help desk job and they're doing a lot and they're doing good. Yes, that's fine. But majority of the people want to move up. They want a better career. They want a better salary. So in that, of course, you need to be smart. And that's where you can only be smart when you actually learn from other people. Other people can be anyone. It could be a mentor. It could be a community. It could be courses, whatever it is. You have to go after that, and you have to learn things, and you have to pick up different type of minds, the way they think, and then you have to convert it into your own learning. That's smart way of doing things. You just can't rely on the way you think only. You got to go outside and see how other people are doing things. That's the only way you can make the skills fast forward in your life, the IT skills. That's the only way you can do that. Because other than that, you either by luck will land up on something that will teach you smart way of doing things, or of course naturally that doesn't happen that way. You're just going to get stuck in a very long way of learning skills. So what are some key points that you want to take out of this video right now? Number one, if you're learning, then keep in mind that you're learning on technologies that are not perfect. So if it's labs, they're not going to be perfect. If it's your home lab, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to have issues with your home devices or any online platforms. Even us, we will have issues. We'll have issues with videos. We'll have issues with labs. You will have issues with your systems. So if you're coming from a normal mindset, then know that this is something that you have to be relaxed when it comes to this point. If it's stressing you too much, take some break, shut down everything, go and think about this, that okay, what happened over there, why did it happen? So then I will start thinking about this person, and I want to be thinking like this person when it comes to that issues again. Of course, when there are issues that are beyond your limit or beyond your way of fixing things, you're just simply going to approach where you can approach, but you do not need to master anything when you're brand new to IT. That is one key mistake that everyone does, that I want to build a lab where I can do every single thing from DHCP to DNS to every single thing to the core, where every single thing comes to their mind. That's where you did the biggest mistake. Why? Yes, someone will say, oh, you did a great job because you're learning a lot this way. I say no, because now you wasted a lot of time that has nothing to do with what you're learning and what your focus was, because you just went out of your focus. A lot of people will be starting from help desk skills and they will jump to Azure learning. A lot of people will be learning about normal Active Directory and they will jump to, I want to configure Active Directory where I can replicate everything. No, that doesn't work that way, because now you just moved on to a different career. So you got to put limitations when it comes to learning IT skills. And the best way to do this is, if you get stuck, ask someone in the communities, because then they can tell you that that's not what you're supposed to do. Go back to where you want to be focusing on. So number one is, when it comes to learning, you want to keep those points and just don't get too stressed, because of course stress, if you get a lot of stress, then you're not going to be focusing in this area, and it's just going to take you a long time to become this person. Then after that, when you become an IT professional, when you land a job, I'm just going to put a LJ, when you land a job, remember, when you learn things in any platform, specifically our platform, we go in very detail. We like to cover things in a lab. We talk about documentations. To be honest, that's perfection. I won't call it perfect, because it's not perfect, but that's perfection. Do not expect that when you start working in a real environment. I'm just going to call this R. When you start working in a real environment, you do not get that type of luxury. If you do, consider yourself lucky, because most of the people will not have proper documentation. Most of the people will not spend time to teach you every single detail or the things in details like the way we do in our courses. It's not going to be like that. They're going to tell you that we use this software, this is our documentation. They'll teach you once, twice, 3 times. The 4th time, they're going to start getting annoyed if you ask them. So remember, that mindset has to be there, because this IT professional is not used to training you. Most of the people are not trainers or not education providers or things like that. They're IT professionals. So yes, the normal concept is that you go there as a new person. This person will start training you on the things that he or she knows. But of course, this person have a limitation. They're not going to teach you everything in detail. So they're going to just throw some documentation on you, and again, you're back to stress again. So keep that in mind. When you're learning things, that's not going to be the same way you're going to go back to the work. We try to kind of connect these two together and try to give you a very good realistic picture, but we're trying to give you a better picture over here. We're assuming that this company will be the way we teach things, but most likely that's not the case, because they can't have that kind of time in reality. So if you're trying to prepare yourself in our platform, then know that this what you're learning is way better than what you're going to see at work in most of the situations. Now, I knew some people that actually have a lot of good documentations and everything, but that's just not normal. So these 2 points at the end is very important for you as a new beginner, that you want to get out of this mindset now. If you're stuck in this mindset, it's just going to take you more time. Nothing will help you. Whether you are in JSS or whether you find a better platform than ours, but still, no one's going to change that mindset for you. It's going to be you yourself who is going to really change that mindset and start thinking like this person. Get on, do more labs, get more involved in the community. Don't be shy. Accept some of the stress levels that you're going to face when you're learning IT. That's normal. No one can, like I said, help you with that. Yes, you can come to communities. You can ask us. We'll help you with minor things on your personal labs. But of course, we cannot jump into your home machines and try to fix things for you. So that's something you have to, when you're coming, a brand new person come to us, they assume that if you become a member or you even be a part of a free community, you assume that someone's just going to come to my computer and fix it for me. It doesn't work that way. So some things, they're just coming the way you were thinking as a normal user. And now you have to start thinking like an IT professional, because it's very different. The way we think about technology and the way we do things are way different than how a normal mindset works. I hope people get this point. I know it's a little tricky thing to understand or to even tell a person, because you may not have seen this. And I hope a lot of people will come, the professionals, and I know they know what I'm talking about. They will give you some more tips. Thank you so much.